Hey everybody, it's Jason with Twin Territory. We've been getting a lot of requests to do some instructional videos. One of them was how to tie a fly. Today I'll be tying a basic woolly bugger, which is a super simple fly, and I've got to tell you, it catches a ton of fish. So let's get started. The materials you're going to need to tie this woolly bugger is some Schnell, some marabou, and some hackle. Now let's get started and tie the fly. So the first thing you're going to want to do before you even start tying your fly is put your fly in your vise. After you've put the fly in your vise, you're going to take your thread and put a base layer. You're going to take this base layer and wrap it all the way to the back of the hook, right where the hook bends. Then you're going to clip your tag in. You don't need that anymore. After you've taken it and put the base layer on, you're going to take your marabou and you're going to measure it about the length of the shank of the hook. So let me just measure this here. That seems about right. Now we're going to tie in. So to tie in, all I'm doing is pinching it in my left hand and wrapping over it a couple times. I do 3 loose wraps, tighten down, and then 3 tight wraps. And that's cinched down pretty tight. After I've done that, I don't need the excess, so I'm good to trim it off. Now I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. Just do some more wraps. As you can see, I've taken the hackle feather, picked it off away from the rest of the feathers, knowing it's going to be about the right size for this fly. I've cut the bottom of the feather off and stripped a few fibers away from it so I have a tying point. So all I'm going to do is take it in my left hand, put it to the side of the hook, and wrap right over the top of my tying point. I gave it quite a few wraps, and now I'm ready to tie my Schnell. And now I'm going to tie it in the exact same way. Just take it, stick it on the side of the hook, and tie in. Now that I've got both of those tightly secured in, I'm good to wrap all the way back up to the eye of the hook. So now that I've got both of those tied in and my thread wrapped all the way to the eye of the hook, it's time to wrap my Schnell. All I'm going to do is take it and just start wrapping, going underneath it, and I'm leaving no spaces in between, covering the whole hook. So I'm just going to take it and wrap it all the way up to the eye. Now that I'm at about the eye, I'm going to take it, pull it straight up, take my thread, and just bring it around, just like that. I'm going to do that 3 times. That's 3. Then I'm going to take it, pull it straight back, and I'm going to go over it 3 times. That's 3. Now I'm good to trim it off. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the hackle, except with the hackle, I am going to leave spaces in between. It's going to look kind of like a candy cane. So I'm going to start it just like that, and I'm leaving spaces in between each wrap. Pull, with every couple of wraps, I pull the fibers backwards so I get the look that I want. Now that I'm at the eye of the hook, I do the exact same thing. Pull it straight up and go over it 3 times. Gotta pull in some thread here. Now pull it back and go over it 3 more times. Now I'm good to trim off, and it is now time to whip finish. And that's how you tie a basic woolly bugger.